Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm the blogger behind brighterdarling.com. Today we're doing one of my favorite videos to record if you've been with me for a little bit. It is a foundation wear test and review of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. This is a foundation that's been around for a couple of years already, but I had tried it when it first released in a different shade. When I lived in Houston, my skin was totally different. So I'm really excited to retest it and see if it's something that works well on my skin now. For those of you who are new to my channel, you would probably want to know that my skin is more oily combination dehydrated. So that's that. I'm in my early 30s and I tend to prefer more medium to full coverage foundations with a natural to semi-matte finish. So if you're interested to see how the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation wore on me for the day with a couple check-ins and my final thoughts, then just keep on watching and we'll get right into it. Thanks guys. I forgot, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about this foundation. In addition to the fact that I tried it a couple years ago when it first came out, Magic Foundation is an anti-aging full coverage foundation that has a weightless texture to give perfect looking second skin. Has 15 shades. It does have some skincare ingredients, so let me get into what those skincare ingredients are. I'm literally reading right off of Charlotte Tilbury's website. It's got mushroom extract, which is supposed to improve skin firmness, tighten pores, and also give some moisture to the skin. It's got hyaluronic filling spheres, which hyaluronic acid, as we know, helps plump and hydrate the skin, like binds to water. We have some vitamin C in it, which is very good to brighten. And yeah, I mean, that's just a lot of good ingredients for sure. So some of the claims it also has is that 89% of women agree it lasts all day, 83% would recommend it to a friend, 90% say it feels comfortable on their skin, 88% say it matches their skin tone. She does have 15 shades, and 77% say it gives them perfect looking skin. And she does a really good job of giving the shade options on the website, like, you know, giving you a picture of someone, and I'll probably drop in a photo of what I'm talking about here, but you can see like a certain skin tone and then what the shade looks like on their skin. When I do see claims like this, I also like to know how many people had the study done on them. You can't have a valid pool of like study people unless it's more than 33 people. Okay, so they said 544 women were tested, so these are a good pool. All right guys, that's it, and let's get back into the review demo or whatever part of this recording I am in. All right, so let's get into this application of the, God, what a mess. Oh my God. Of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I used shade 7 medium. I'm going to apply primer to half of my face. I'm using my Ren Perfect Canvas, and I'm going to just apply it to one side. And this is like a very liquidy primer, so I like to kind of just pat it on because I don't know. I find that primers, especially if you're oily, with my limited experience in primers, have worked better if I pat them into my skin instead of like rub them in. This could just be me being crazy. Okay, so now that we have this side of the face primed, as I always do, I'm going to do one side of the face with a brush and one side of the face with a sponge. So let's do the sponge side first, give the primer a second to dry, and I find that when I use my brush, 2 pumps for my whole face is good enough, so we'll see how the sponge works with 1 pump. Alright, let me bring it over here because I can't see a freaking thing. Okay. So here is the sponge side. Looks pretty good actually. You guys know if you've watched some of my other foundation videos, I don't usually love the coverage with the sponge, but this isn't too bad. Okay, not bad. I would say it's more like light medium coverage with the sponge with one application. very appropriate for every day if you don't like very heavy looking foundation. But at least this has like the long lasting claim, so it's not full coverage, but it's gonna last long. Okay, so there's one layer with the sponge. Let's see how it builds up for fun. I'll just put a half a pump on my hand, and let's just see how it builds up like I always do on my trouble spots down here. Okay, not bad. Looks really natural with the sponge, guys, as you would have assumed, I'm sure. Okay, pretty. I'm going to do another pump on my hand. And pick that up. And here we go. Primed side. Definitely more coverage with the brush, as you would expect. And I feel like it definitely goes a lot farther with the brush. Like, I need it more for my forehead before I even finished my face with the sponge. I'm using a little more, whatever was left on my hand, for these trouble spots. And I would say this is like a solid medium coverage right now with this one layer with the brush. But luckily I'm having a not terrible skin day, so there isn't anything crazy I need to fix or hide. Just for fun, I'll just see how it layers, even though it's not going to really do any justice because there's not much going on my face too bad today. Alright, so I pick up a little bit more, just maybe less than half. And we'll go down here as usual. A little here. Just see how it goes. And yeah, I mean, it builds really nicely, guys. It definitely is more on the medium side. It's not something that's super full masky kind of coverage. Okay, so it is all applied. I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then I will come back and let you know how everything layered. Alright, so I finished my whole face. I'll just go through what I used. I went in with my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer under there. And then, actually, my eyeshadow today is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette. I'm using the Desk Eye, obviously, you can probably tell. That's all I have on my eyes. Then, I did set my face very slightly like I normally do, especially just in this T-zone area with the Glow Beauty Pressed Mineral Powder in Honey Light. Love this mineral powder, A, because it's convenient and it's pressed, and B, because it just has a beautiful finish on the skin, whether my skin's dry or a little more oily. I bronzed with Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which you guys have seen me use before and I love. I used the Charlotte Tilbury Ecstasy Blush that I used in my last video. That is beautiful. And I highlighted with all three of the shades in this Bobbi Brown highlighting trio that I got at Sephora last week. It is currently on sale for, I think, $34, and it's a $108 value. I am wearing false lashes today. They're these very natural mosquito ones. You probably can't even tell, so I'll see how those wear. And then on my lips, I'm using the Buxom Holiday Set. It's called Plump, Pucker, and Proud. It is awesome. There are 3 nude natural colored lipsticks. I'm wearing the lightest one in the middle, which is the Stealth Lip Liner with the Blushing Margarita Gloss, but it also has like a rosy duo and like a chestnut warm brown duo. So beautiful, such a great gift idea. I think it's in, again, like the low to mid 30 price range, so great set. Alright, so let's just take a look at my skin. This side is the primed side with the brush. So hopefully you can see how that's looking. And then this side was the sponge with no primer. So I think both sides look pretty similar right now, so we'll give it some time and see how it wears. Right now, the time is 12:38 in the afternoon, so I will check back in a few hours. Alright everybody, so this is the first check-in of the night. It is 4:24 p.m. You can't really see that on here because I'm using my phone to record the sound, but it's 4:24, so it means It's been about 4 hours since I applied the foundation. So again, this was the side that I used the primer and the brush, and this is the side with just the sponge applicator. So let me get a good close-up look and see what we've got here. So both sides look pretty matte still. Like, it's holding up really well. I don't see any breakdown on my nose at all yet. Like, no shininess, no oiliness. Not at all on the sponge side here, and not at all on the matte side. So yeah, like, I have nothing major to report here because my skin is looking basically identical to what it looked like when I first applied the foundation at 12:30. So I will continue to wear this today and check back in a little later with probably the final check-in. But so far it's holding up really well, I think. Alright everybody, it's the last check-in. It is currently 10:04 p.m. You're not going to see it because I'm recording, but Scout's honor, whatever you do, it's 10:04. Sorry I look like a mess. I was binge watching Grey's Anatomy. I've never watched Grey's Anatomy ever, so it's new for me. So right now I'm literally up here and the lights are so bright and I'm like super sleepy. So let's take a look at my face. Again, this side is the primer and brush side, and this side is your sponge and non-primer side. Okay. So at this point in the night, it looks pretty good. Like, I'm getting a little oily throughout, but because the matte finish from the beginning of the day, it actually looks nice. The only area of concern that I have a hair somewhere bothering me here. Okay, here we go. Is my nose area. It seems to have gotten a little, it's like cracking a little bit. But I mean, for being on since 12 o'clock, 12:30, it's not too bad. And it's not broken down at all, it's just cracked. So I can just smooth this out and not even really need to put a powder on it. But if you wanted to, you can do that and it would be like totally perfect. So from what it looks like, the primer side, literally guys, it looks just like it did when I put it on. And the not primer side with the sponge looks the same. Like, maybe you can tell something a little different on camera, but I'm looking in my mirrors and I don't think either side looks any different, and I think they both look pretty good. So I don't know, maybe you can tell a difference on camera, or maybe I'll tell when I'm editing, but I think it's a good foundation. I will say I've been wearing this for a few weeks now, and I've gotten multiple compliments on my complexion from literally like random people in the mall to the lady at the cash register at CVS. So it must look nice in person too, not just on camera or in my mirror. So I really like this. I think you guys can probably tell a huge difference if you've watched some of my older foundation demos and wear tests with how my nose and face looks so shiny compared to what it looks like today. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I totally approve of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, and if you can find a good shade match for you, definitely recommend it. So, we're done. It's been a success. I hope you guys found this helpful, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I'm also new. Give this a thumbs up and share with a friend if you found it helpful. Otherwise, let me know what you guys think about this review in the comments, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye!